I've spent the last 20 years analyzing the global restaurant business from the inside out. I've studied the consumer habits and actions that feed this business every day. Innovation is found in places where few might look. It's where the real heartbeat of the restaurant business lies. Sometimes it's beneath the known Michelin stars or the glitz and the glamour of the posh addresses of the best restaurant districts in the business. I'm Paul Barron, and this is my show. And I'm in search of amazing food, stellar service, and that unforgettable experience. Welcome to Table 42. All right, so here we are tonight in Denver, Colorado. We've traveled into the snowbound city of Denver and ventured into a place called the RiNo section, which is River North here in Denver. A lot of new restaurant concepts that are building up. We are at a place called Working Class, which has made our top 5 on the Foodable top 25. One thing that they are trying to do is they're trying to get an all-encompassing menu where these guys are really going after these very focused items. Very interesting way to approach the menu. I like it. Kind of a different spin that people are really starting to gravitate to. So let's see what we can pick out here tonight. So crawfish and grits. So this is a play on shrimp and grits. So let's try that. Let's try some of the beef brisket and see what happens here on Table 42. All right, so here we are, front of house at Working Class, one of my favorite restaurants, by the way, in Denver.
Thank you very much.
Kind of walk me through your background.
Yeah, absolutely. I, like a lot of people, started young at 15, bussing tables. About 7 years in the business through the time that I finished college. And then I walked away for a little bit. And I didn't walk away because I didn't love it. I walked away because, like a lot of people, I thought I was supposed to get a real job. Little did I know that this is, in fact, the realest job that there is. Right. But at 27, I kind of reached this point where I thought, is this really what I want to do? And if it's not, now is the time to make that leap. And so...
And you're in this kind of container district.
Yeah.
Some really cool, hip little restaurants and shops around here. And for a first-time operator, I mean, what was the real estate approach that you guys took to find this spot? Because this is one of the most unique real estate pieces we've seen on the show.
Yeah, a little bit of it is preparation, and a little bit of it is luck. So the preparation part was, we really identified that River North was the neighborhood we wanted to be in. Through another friend and restaurateur in town, he actually knew of this project. And we were in his place having dinner one night, and he said, actually, I know about this shipping container project. And so the next day, I was at work at another restaurant. I was in the back office. I saw my phone starting to ring. And it was the developer, and he said, Delores, I hear that you got a concept and you're a great operator, pitch it. And I walked out the back door of that other job, pitched my concept, and
it was born.
A month later, we were signing the lease.
It's pretty tight in here. Close quarters when you guys get a Friday or Saturday night in here. How do you look at designing a restaurant that has this few seats, and be able to handle that turn and kind of that whole approach toward, especially when you're a hot restaurant?
I would say that Tony, one of our partners, is fantastic in that way, and he really drove that part of it. He had sketches on grid paper with each, all to scale, and we really laid it out first. We took that to an architect and we said, can you help us make this a reality? More than anything, love the sort of statement that it makes. We're using reclaimed, repurposed materials for our build out. It's very easy to say to someone, look for the building made of shipping containers, that's where you'll find us. But we're so pleased with how it turned out. And it does get tight, but we also think that adds to the fun.
Yeah, definitely a good ambiance.
It's like you're in a great house party or something.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so Delores, talk to us a little about kind of the core of the menu. When you and Tony and Dana got together,
couple things. The first was no composed entrees. So we noticed in Denver specifically, and I think this is true nationally as well, And there's lots and lots of restaurants that are doing a $20 to $30 entree, essentially,
right.
We felt like that had really been done. So we wanted to break that down into its separate parts and allow people to really choose to eat what they wanted in whatever portion or combination they wanted. So that really drove the structure of the menu. The second piece was defining the influence. So it's a Latin and American menu. And we really merged those flavors together, and it's people are always surprised at how well it works to eat, but they work well together.
Yeah.
That would be kind of how our menu is built.
You guys are one of our top 25 restaurants, so congrats on all that work. We're going to look at some menu items. What are we going to see today?
We're going to see, we make sausages at home here, so we always use lamb. A lot of people don't like lamb, but when you put it in a sausage, everybody like it. So we always have that. Also, we're going to have one of the signature plates we have is the empanadas.
Right.
Very traditional stuff with calabacitas, which is zucchini, yellow squash, Oaxaca cheese. The last one is going to be the crawfish and grits.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Well, let's get started. Where are we going to go?
I'm going to show you the empanada. So we just saute a little bit of zucchini, yellow squash.
Okay.
In all the Mexican empanadas, you have to have jalapeno, onions, and tomato.
Yep.
So we're going to make that and mix it into the bowl. We're going to mix it with some Oaxaca cheese.
And you make each of the empanadas to order?
We make it every day fresh.
Okay.
And then we deep fry to order.
Okay.
Yep.
So you just seal those up individually, all handmade. Oh,
This
yeah.
blue corn is really nice because it's very moist. It never dries. Throw some on the fryer. And then the tomato sauce is just tomatoes. We smoke it here in the house.
And definitely kind of that Southwest flair, which is really popular around, especially here in the Midwest.
So we're gonna sear our sausage. We make the sausages here in house. And like I said, we always use Colorado meat. And we change the flavor seasonally. So this one is adobo, which is guajillo peppers, a little bit of chipotles, onion, tomato.
Nice.
Yeah, as you can see, those sausages are really, really good. So we serve that with a little bit of pickled red onions and just a little bit of mustard on the side so people can taste all the flavors together.
That sausage looks amazing.
We got the crawfish and then we marinate it with fresh garlic and chili flakes.
Okay.
So you leave it marinate for like overnight so the flavor get inside. We do some white wine and a little bit of butter. Also on the grits, what we do, we use roasted poblano. So we make it like green chili grits.
Okay.
So then you're gonna put everything on top of the grits.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice one there, Chef.
Brisket there, half pound with the sun sauce.
Perfect.
And then here's your crawfish and grits. Careful, the skillet is hot.
All right, great, thank you. The meat's literally like almost like a butcher cut, which I really like. Very, very basic, but very savory. I like the sides, the way they're doing them, small portions. So this actually this is almost enough to serve two. Grits perfectly cooked, great creamy. Crawfish doesn't overpower it. Perfect. The true test of a great chef is how long they cook the brisket. Oh wow. Okay, so that right there just won me over. It's definitely well deserved as a top 25. Working class definitely earned their class at the top of the list. Here, I'll take a 42.